Here are my unconventional, slightly unconventional last minute gifts for the busy, ambitious person in your life. I recently read this article, and I'll link it here and down below, about the science behind gift giving and how a lot of times when we're giving gifts, we lead with our ego. So we're thinking about how we're going to feel so great and so amazing for giving this person the best gift, but at the end of the day, that gift ends up not being like what they really wanted or what they really care for. The article was saying, and this is the first gift on the list, is that a lot of people actually prefer to have experiential gifts, an experience that they've always wanted to do, whether that is skydiving, going on a trip, pottery making class. Oftentimes people prefer those kinds of gifts. Do some research, purchase the ticket, purchase the item, and that could be a really great gift for that person because one, you guys will be able to spend quality time with each other because you get to do the experience together if it's one of those experiences, or if it's something they want to do solo, you get to gift them a solo experience that they've always wanted to do, and they will be very appreciative of it because it's out of the box, it's unique, and especially if it's something that they've mentioned in the past but they haven't mentioned in a while, they'll remember that, wow, you've really been thinking of them, and that'll help them unlock a core memory between you two. So definitely go back into your past messages, think about some past conversations that y'all have had that were really impactful, and give them an experience that they've always wanted to do. On the same lens of experiences, contribute to their travel fund or travel planning. As someone who is currently planning maybe like 3 international trips next year, the planning part is a lot. It's a lot going on. And I would be so appreciative as a busy person if somebody could help me plan the trip. This is great because you're able to take away time that they would have spent planning the trip, and that frees up time for them to do other things that are on their to-do list. And it also is very considerate because you're doing the research and you're trying to put yourself in their shoes and imagine the great vacation that they're looking for. It just seems a little bit sentimental as well. And when it comes to the travel fund, of course, any kind of pitching in for someone's travel is always helpful, especially for international trips because the costs definitely rack up. Beauty discovery sets. I have so many beauty discovery sets on my wish list, from fragrances to lip oils. And as someone who is very busy and ambitious, I think having a set is the perfect item because it gives them different options to try from, and because they're small, they don't have to feel like they're wasting something if they don't like that scent as much. They have other options to choose from, and it's also just a small scent that they may not be using. It also helps them discover new items that they may have not thought of before, and it helps add to their collection as well, especially if it's someone who has been interested in trying new perfumes but their schedule is too busy, so they haven't been able to go to Sephora, for example, to try out some of the scents. This discovery set will allow them to try those scents out and also frees up their time because they don't have to go to the store to try out these scents. They can try it out through the gift that you gave them. And I would also suggest the lip oil discovery boxes. Let's face it, for a busy person, you are always running around with some kind of bag on you, and having a lip oil in your bag is such a lifesaver, especially in the wintertime. The way our lips get so chapped so quickly, if you don't have a lip oil or a lipstick or lip gloss in your bag, you're kind of struggling. When you give them a discovery set, they have multiple lip oils that they can put in all their bags, so they'll be good to go when they're on the run. Newsletter subscriptions. As someone who loves to go to the newsletter, a lot of my favorite news sites, they have subscriptions like Vogue, The Cut, the political websites. However, they are all having holiday sales. So I gifted myself a Vogue subscription for the year, and it was like $10, and it came with a calendar and a tote bag, which is on its way. And that person in your life is probably always on their computer reading news articles, reading newsletters, especially if they are someone who is trying to just keep up with what's happening in the world or they enjoy reading. And seeing a paywall anytime you're reading a news article is so irritating. So I would suggest you gift them a subscription to their favorite news site so that they can always have access to those news articles. And finally, high quality cashmere sweaters and pea coats. When you're a busy person, you don't have enough time in the world to be looking, scrolling the internet for the best quality sweaters in coats, especially in the wintertime. Like, we just want something quick. We want something quality and worth our money, though. We don't want anything that's just gonna fall apart because it's made of fully synthetic materials. So I would suggest you gift this person a high quality cashmere sweater or a high quality wool peacoat because one, these items are gonna last a long time. So every time they wear the sweater or the peacoat, they can think of you. And you're adding to their wardrobe without them having to do all the research of finding the best quality item for their wardrobe. Two, it keeps them warm and they'll always wear it because it works well in the fall and winter. And it can be styled in many ways, a cashmere sweater or a peacoat. And it can travel with them anywhere when they're traveling or if they're moving places as well. So it'll definitely be in their stash for a long time because it's high quality and it's long lasting. And as we've seen, it's really difficult these days to find really good quality items. So I think if you gift someone high quality clothing items, they'll definitely be very appreciative of the gift because they know that you took your time researching and making sure that this is the best quality item for them. If you unfortunately are also a busy person and time literally flew by and you just need to figure out what to get right now ASAP, I would suggest thinking of some of these items and maybe they'll please the person in your life. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next one.